pretty sensitive when it comes to the temperature. Like, we were talking about this. I was hosting the last time, and Bobby didn't want to turn the AC on at the Kinsmen yet because it was like the beginning of June. It wasn't, but like after throwing around the equipment and moving the tables around, and like just I'm getting older. I'm not like this little 24-year-old twink. So.
Are you talking about me?
Nah, of course not.
What are you talking about me? I love this room.
So, let's get my timer out so I just have a general idea of what we're headed at.
You big De Niro fan or just like Raging Bull?
I like Raging Bull. I thought that was really cool. I bought that at
It's a great movie.
Prov. Yeah, I got the DVD somewhere. But I'm just a big movie fan in general. I've obviously a lot of horror shit, but I like anything like Mean Streets. Fucking awesome movie.
Yeah.
Young De Niro in it. It's got Jeffrey Keitel, I think, in it. Whatever his name is. Henry Keitel, whatever the fuck.
Jeffrey Keitel?
Yeah, this guy. Great movie. So
I'm rewatching The Sopranos right now. So like that's.
Are
you really?
People are doing that right now.
Oh, I'm on season 4.
Hell yeah, that show's great.
It's a good show.
I love it.
Never seen it.
I like this one movie. It's Weekend at Kitty's house.
Well, I think I've
Weekend
seen
at
that
Kitty's. Oh, Weekend at Kitty's.
Yeah, you seen that one?
Not yet.
You seen that
No.
one?
No. Is it anything like Weekend at Bernie's?
It was Sylvester Stallone's first role.
Oh yeah, and he was a porn star. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's so
Jesus, I know that. His little wiener is like, when he's running through the crowd. I remember some lady, I worked at a liquor store, and some lady I worked with.
I feel like
told
they're
me about
busting
that.
our balls.
No, it's real.
Is it really?
No,
Really?
It's 100%. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's called Weekend at Kitty's, the Italian Stallion.
No shit.
It was
All right.
Sylvester Stallone's first movie role.
I'm going to keep all this. This is great.
It's good.
3, 2, 1. Roy Brothers Podcast. We'll go on the couch tonight. How do you like the pre-banter?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The pre-banter. You guys should have heard when you guys left the room what
It's
we
a
were
little
saying.
sneak behind the curtain because we usually don't do this, right?
Great.
So-
Hey man, that was very improv and off the cusp. I didn't expect any of that. Rob just jumped right into
Yeah,
it.
we're jumping right into the dynamic duo of on the sauce comedy.
All right,
John and Cory. John, how do you pronounce your last name for everyone out there?
Imperator.
And listen, you got to clear something up for us. Is it John or Jack?
It's legally John.
All right. What do you like to go by?
Jack. Well,
right.
Jack.
I'll call you
You
Jack.
guys can call me Jack.
right.
But like, if people know me, you can call me Jack. If it's someone that I don't know and they call me Jack, I'm like weirded out.
Yeah,
Really?
how'd you know that?
It was like
There's a lot of Johns, but there's not a lot of Jacks, so I feel like Jack is pretty good because then you don't have to be like John who.
Yeah.
You know what
That's
I
true,
mean?
too.
So
Yeah. If someone says Jack, or like when I was in college, people call me Titty.
I didn't know that Jack was a John thing. Like I didn't know you could do that.
Yeah, Jack's short for John.
I thought like you had the kid and you called him Jack, but you could be a John and be a Jack.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
That's like my friend. His name is Richard, and his dad's name is Richard as well. So instead of calling him Junior and Senior, we call my friend Dick. So we call him Little Dick, and we call his dad Big Dick, and he doesn't really like it. But it's really fitting. I'm like, what's going on, Little Dick?
People call me Little Dick all the time, and I just have to deal with it. You know?
That's funny.
I had to buy.
But your name's Cory.
Yeah, it's like, dude, where do you get LD from? They call me LD.
That's funny.
I had a buddy named Richard, but we called him an asshole.
Yeah.
There you go.
He was a real
Hey, Rick. Hey, Dick, how's your Richard?
that's
Yeah,
funny.
John. I do John on stage because it's more professional.
Well, I see it on
No,
the
I'm not
flyers,
busting.
too.
I'm not busting. I honestly didn't know because like some guys will call you John, some guys will just use Jack. So I was like, well, I don't want to.
Well, if you put out a special, you would put out like John Imperator. You wouldn't put out Jack Titty.
Yeah.
Right?
Jack. I mean,
Yeah.
depending where if it's depending where you're going.
I
like,
wish a lot of people told me like you should do Jack Titty, and then a lot of people were like, "Don't do Jack Titty," and then
That's
they're like,
fucking
"You should
funny.
do Jack," and then I'll do it at some shows, but like, I feel like it's an Easter egg.
Yeah.
If someone calls me Titty, I'm like, yeah.
Can I tell you something I
Everyone.
don't like? Can I tell you something I don't like?
What?
Jack Imperator.
Yeah,
I've seen that on a
weird.
poster, and I was like, it's either Jack, just like in conversation, but it's your comedy name is John Imperator.
It does
I'm his
well.
agent, by the way, guys.
Yeah,
Now I got
I like that
involved.
too. I agree with that.
Yeah.
It's all right. I'm Rob's agent apparently. He's like,
Hey,
Yeah, he is.
Yeah,
Hey, you want to do the show? Yeah. Hey, you want to do the show?
pretty
Yeah.
much. I'm like, hey. So I'm like, hey, John asked if we want to do this show. Do you want to do it? And he's like, sure. And I'm like, all right. I just gotta.
that's awesome. I love
He
that.
sounds so excited.
He's very excited.
I think that's what drew me to like. I love that you guys are both brothers and you guys are doing this together.
Yeah.
I think it's great. It's a
Wait.
good balance too.
Both of them are brothers.
They're both brothers.
We're stepbrothers.
Both of them.
Yeah.
That's why you guys keep
Cut that part
fucking
out. They're
when we
not
go out here.
stepbrothers. Nah.
Wait, can I swear on this?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
All right, I'm not gonna.
Yeah. All right. You can spread, do whatever you want. I mean, my thing was with this podcast is more like off topic, but it's like as long as no one's like shitting on somebody else, we could talk about whatever you want. You know what I mean? Because I'm like, we're here to spread the positive vibes and just talk about the comedy community too. I got some general questions we'll go over as well. But yeah, we'll kind of just get right into it. So
Sweet.
I don't know. Do you guys like that opening, or should we cut it?
I like it. I think we could talk shit though, before and after. Just not. We won't record any of the shit talking.
Yeah, that's all.
there you go.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We should recreate the opening for Weekend at Kitty's.
Okay.
We got to watch it. Maybe next time we come on.
Just put it on a viewing.
Yeah.
I got
Not
the
many people know
VHS
that,
tape
though.
player
That's
if you want.
insane.
Weekend at Kitty's?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not
I'm
many
the
people know
youngest
that.
one here, and I know.
By the way, we're moving in. This isn't like we're not just doing a spot here. This is like I'm gonna sleep in that corner
Corey
over there.
likes a spot, dude.
Hey, what's
So-
up, guy on the couch?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. You're like,
my
you want a
cat will show
spot
up.
and it's like on your show or like a little, can I get a spot? Like I need a place.
I mean, if you want to give me some rent, I could use it, bro. Times are tough.
Hey, you know, we'll throw you a little something.
Rent here is pretty cheap, thankfully. But what was I say? So Corey, with the whole last name with John, is it? I always say it's Costa or Costa.
It's Costa.
All right,
He says
that's-
Costa, which
I say Costa,
it's-
and my wife. I told Melanie, my wife. I said, Melanie, I got John, Imperatore, and Cory Costa. Come on, it's not Costa, it's Costa.
yeah.
I'm like
Costa?
Costa sounds.
but it's actually because John says it properly. You're from Vermont, right?
Do I say it right?
You say Costa, which is like how you should say it, but
Costa, huh?
but it's
I say
a
Costa,
it's
'cause he's
like I
coasting.
think Portuguese would be like Costa. You know what I mean? Because it's like by the sea, but it's Costa.
Costa. All right.
I feel
That's
like
how I've,
if
you know.
you guys say Costa, like it sounds like something you put under your beer.
Sounds like something you ride like at an amusement park. Costa,
That's
you know?
funny.
Yeah, we're going on the Costa later.
Yeah. I was using my
hit that Costa.
I was using my middle name for a little bit, but there's a lot of Allens. My middle name is Allen, so I was like, let me just use my last name.
Yeah,
You know?
Alan. Yeah, so
He doesn't like Allen. He's like,
Corey
Allen.
Alan.
Like revving his
Yeah,
mouth.
yeah.
too old. Yeah,
Yeah.
I like
It's
Cory
like-
Costa.
Right.
Costa, whatever the fuck
Costa.
you want to call it.
Yeah. I had
You
to.
know, Yeah.
I was in a beef with my uncle at the time, and I don't want to use my last name. That's the.
Yeah, you.
I was like, I'm ashamed of this last name. No, not really, but like, I was like,
Alan. I'm
it's a
Alan
weird,
now.
That is a weird thing that comics do, though. They'll use their last name, or
Really?
I think sometimes you have to if you have like a name that's hard to pronounce. But for me, it was
My legal name
dumb.
is a stage name because nobody in my personal life calls me John Imperator.
Yeah, it's just Jack.
No, people either call me Jack or they call me Titty.
That's it.
Nobody calls, like, I've had friends and family come to shows and they're like, who the hell is, why John Imperator?
Does anybody call you Little John? Like, is there a
No.
Big John, a Little John? Because that would be fucking cool if you were
Okay.
Little John.
What's up, Little John?
Yeah, I like that.
Well, I think Imperatore
Yeah.
sounds kind of cool. You know what I mean? That's like a cool Italian last name.
Yeah,
you know?
it sounds
Yeah.
so formal, and then my twink ass walks on stage.
They expect this big ass guy like.
That's how we started working together. I just like his last name. That's
Yeah?
what drew me. I just like saying it. Yeah.
We
the
definitely
swing.
got. Oh, I definitely want to talk about that too on this show here. Fuck, I drew a blank.
Yeah.
What
fuck-
show?
Fucking, we're a little show we got going on here for you
this
guys. Yeah, our show. you know?
Oh yeah, no. This is you guys are missing out. There's a whole show going on over here too, which
Yeah,
you'll never get to
post
see.
stuff.
This is like you got to be You're gonna want to do this show so you can see the show that you
yeah.
get.
Come on in. Maybe I'll show you.
Where
some
are
of
we?
the
Are we in a
movies.
garage?
We're actually in a green room of
basement?
a burlesque club right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna tell anybody where we're not. If we're in a basement, a garage, upstairs,
You
it
gotta
doesn't.
find out.
You just gotta find out.
Yep.
It's big though.
There's a cat in here somewhere too. It should probably come out at some point.
Yeah.
Is there actually?
Yeah, she hides under Rob's couch, and she chills in here a lot. So every now and then when I'm doing the podcast, she'll come out and just hang out with people.
All right.
Yeah. Whoa! I should probably ask.
Oh, you actually found the cat. All right. I thought like you meant like.
That was my expression. That's what I said when I found the pussy for the
I
first
thought-
time too.
I thought he was saying you had a pussy for a second.
No, I'm being dead serious. But there's an actual cat under that couch. Yeah.
He usually the cat usually hangs out in Rob's pants.
We're all gonna touch it later. You gotta get that. It's part of the show. You gotta rub it like a genie.
That'll
for
be
good
the
luck.
post-show banter.
Poof. Cat is the prize. Like if you do a good job, the cat will sit on your lap for a couple minutes.
It
and
is
calm you
Weekend
down.
at Kitty's, technically. I'm gonna reference this movie 7 different times. during this
Well, it's a Monday on at Kitty's tonight. You know. But yeah, we'll fucking anyway.
Oh, sorry.
It's a good- no, this is
I-
good.
Well,
Sorry,
we were
I'm
just saying,
fun, dude.
we got the dynamic duo of On the Sauce.
Yeah,
right? So we're
I'm
gonna talk a little
excited
about On the
you guys
Sauce
here.
comedy. We're gonna talk about their showcase at the Roy Bean Saloon, right? Judge Roy Bean. That's
Roy Bean.
Roy Bean, which we've been to, which is it's actually a really nice spot in Bristol. We'll talk about that by the water.
Hell yeah.
A little bit of
And then of course, the place I love the most that I never go to, the Kinsmen Tavern open mic, which actually I'm going to on Friday.
All right, let's go.
But
baby.
yeah, I got some new stuff I need to try. But anyways, so that's
Don't we
we should
all?
get into all that.
Yeah, we'll get into all that. All right, so I'm going to start it off by, I always ask everybody, how did you guys get into comedy? Just you guys like separately, so Cory or John, whoever wants to go first, you guys can talk about it together, but I just like to ask, give us some of your background. I want to get to know you guys a little bit more, like how'd you get into comedy, and why are you guys doing it, and like, I don't know, just, and then a little bit about yourself, I guess.
I guess I'll just go first. That way we'll do it in sequence. I was telling you, like, I did a little bit of like behind the scenes work for Tuesdays with Stories through a friend of mine, and just seeing like the boom happening and like the classes that are happening, the workshops. So I finally signed up for one of those after doing some of the behind the scenes stuff. And I didn't realize that like this is something that people could actually do. And because I live in the Bristol Warren area and that's where I grew up, I met this knucklehead and really just impressed by what he's doing and what he's putting on in my hometown. So we just hit it off right away and we help each other out. Jack?
We've been having unprotected sex ever since.
Unprotected sense.
Unprotected sense, just raw quarters.
That's right. That's why he wears pajamas, because it's
easy to take off.
The jeans are yeah.
Well, is that the recipe for success that you guys are having? Just
pajamas?
Just unprotected sex and pajamas.
Yeah, awesome. Damn, I got to get myself some pajamas then.
Yeah.
And some unprotected.
Dude, if you wear them at the Kinsman, dude, I'll give you the Hucklebuck.
Maybe I'll wear a pair of pajamas. So you've seen some. So you pretty much saw the boom going on. Like you said, with the comedy, a lot of stuff going on in the scene. You decided to jump on. Was that recently, or how long have you been doing comedy for?
I've only been doing comedy for about a year and a half. So
See, I thought it was longer, to be honest. I thought it was longer.
Oh, I like that. That's great.
Yeah.
I like
you guys.
that.
To me, you guys are. In my opinion, you guys are a pretty big name in the Rhode Island scene. So I see you guys together, and I'm like, damn, those guys are a step. I mean, I don't think it matters how long you've been doing it, I guess, because some people just take off right away. You know what I mean? Some people, grind it out a little bit longer, but that's cool, man. So I'm glad you got into it. This
is all we talk about, by the way, how big we are, right?
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
In different ways than one.
We appreciate
We
that.
were on the drive here, and we were just like, damn, we're so good.
We're the fucking best.
We were so enamored with On the Sauce comedy, we had to pull over across the street and have a beer.
Yeah,
right?
just to calm down.
No, we were early. Yeah.
Road
soda.
No, I hate ego. I hate.
But yeah, that's my spiel. Yeah, no, we're not, but we appreciate that a lot.
You guys are humble about it, and that's good. I think me personally, I would never, want to, have anyone on, I would never want anyone to, make, feel like I'm being like, oh, friggin' working somebody up. I want to give everyone the same spotlight. You know what I mean? And I see guys are out there grinding it out. So I figured, well, you guys are probably doing it for a long time. You know what I mean? But I'm still new in the game too, so I don't know how long it takes to get things off the ground. You know what I mean? So, but
do you still like it?
Yeah,
that's good.
I'm having fun with it. I love it. Honestly, this show's about you guys, but I'll just say, like, I think me and Rob are definitely. I'm having a blast. Me and Rob are like, dude, we're grinding out. We're doing all kinds of stuff, and it's like, I didn't think it was gonna be like that, to be honest. I'll do the graduation class, and then I'll just tell some jokes here and there. No one's ever gonna book me.
Right.
Maybe I'll do an open mic, but dude, comedy is so big in Rhode Island.
Oh, you guys started with like a comedy class, right?
Yeah, John Parada's comedy class.
Nice.
Yep.
Yeah.
Parada's.
Yep.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah, this is something I've done the longest. Like,
yeah, Rob.
Besides like playing video games, I guess like the.
It's
gonna be a year.
Lock
it's coming up on a
picking
year.
and whittling for like a month, and then dropped it.
Oh, they used to call me Hobby Robbie. They used to bust my balls.
That's a great nickname. I like that.
Because I just do all kinds of shit, like rock climbing, like you said, whittling, freaking pipe smoking. I was into for a little while there, like pipe tobacco, and it's like,
dude, I went through a weird
whiskey tasting, beer tasting. Exactly.
No,
not today.
Damn it.
Golf.
We were talking about what kind of hats you guys would be.
Oh yeah, we were talking about. I was like,
about the hat today. I was gonna wear.
And you know what's the great part about that hat that he has? I gave it to him.
Yeah.
I know. Well, you guys. My whole thing is that you guys should be making hats and selling them at the shows, like the Roy brothers.
Who's the older one?
Me.
You are.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm the middle one. We got another brother, my younger
youngest.
brother, who's Jonathan. He's
we're all 4 years apart.
28, I think. Tried to get him to do comedy. We tried to come out to the shows.
He's how old?
He's more like he's low
Are
key.
you the,
You know what I mean?
yeah,
He's
baby
not a
in the
big fan
family,
of
he's-
comedy,
you know,
but
he's
comes out and
27. Or is it
supports us,
28?
But
How old's your youngest brother?
28.
I
I'm
thought
gonna
he was 27.
be
28.
28.
Okay.
Fucking
Damn.
I'm gonna be 32, Rob. You
Yeah,
won't say
I'm
his
the old
age.
guy. So, 36.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, you have to think about it when you're after 35.
Yeah.
You have to think about it. I'm 36 as well.
Yeah, okay.
And you have
That
to
makes
think about it for a minute. You're like, oh shit, am I turning 35 or I'm turning 37 this month? And I had this thing recently where I'm like, am I turning 35 or 36? And I'm like, fuck, I'm gonna be 37 in
Oh,
September.
shit, even
I think
worse.
This is pretty close
This
to
is the
you
time where
guys
we
grooming
stop.
me, I think.
Yeah,
Birthdays.
yeah,
Like, I'm good
please.
now.
Oh my god, it's the worst. So
I don't know
depressing.
how it happened though. Like I just end up hanging out with like late 20-year-olds, like for some reason.
Yeah.
Like, guys, I have 10 years on everyone I hang out with. It's so weird.
I'm
Yep.
early 20, mid-20s, so.
Yeah. So like the guys I hang out with, like especially
Better
like
than
at work
hanging out
events
with
and stuff, like
teenagers,
when we
bro.
go out, they're
That'd
all
be
like
really
26 years
creepy.
old.
But yeah, just to wrap up what I was saying was,
Yeah.
like I did similar to what you guys did. I did a class. I did my class with Brian Bowden at the Connection.
Oh, yep.
Nice.
Which is interesting how, which that's kind of the new thing is like people are doing classes, and it's funny
a great
because
intro.
people will say like, they'll kind of tell you like, oh, don't tell every comedian that you're doing a class, but like, it's obviously not something that we're gonna like keep to
cares?
ourselves when we start doing comedy. Like, we're all in it for the same reason. We all, you know what I mean? But yeah, no, I think it's interesting how like people go different routes. Like I've never met Parada, never done a show with him, but I like it's funny. Like I wish kind of everybody eventually I got to get out there and kind of meet. Yeah.
No, I definitely think it's important. You guys, from what I understand, you guys are coming down from Bristol, so it's really cool that you guys came on our way, and then we come out to see you guys sometimes. I definitely think it's important for other comedians to kind of like mingle, like intermingle a little bit. That's why I try to hit Kinsmen sometimes. I did the wait and see mic. I try doing the ones around here because Pub on Park is 10 minutes away from me, so it's easy. I can just go right there. Kinsmen, I try to hit sometimes too. I try to dabble a little bit in every one when I can.
Right.
You know? So because I want to see, you want to be able to see everybody. Dude, there's a lot of
that's
great
good.
comedians.
Kinsman's nice because you can go out on a Friday night and like still hit the mic. Like you could
Exactly.
you could take the wife out, have dinner, feed the cat.
Drop her ass off at the house and just hang out with the boys. That's right. All right, bitch, get the fuck out the car. I got some comedy to do.
I'm very much of like the mentality of hitting as many mics as possible. Like there was a solid point where me and Frank Allen, we started like within months of each other, we were hitting like around 10 to 12 mics a week.
Damn.
For
Fuck
like
yeah.
every week.
Wow.
For
That's a lot.
That's awesome.
a while.
Well, I want to get in. So I want to ask because I want to talk to you about that. So
Wait, what about how I started comedy?
what I was gonna say, can you tell me how you started comedy, and then I want to talk about what I want to say. I want to talk about you doing the mics too. So how did you get
sweet.
into comedy? We'll go in there.
Well, technically a class, not
Yeah.
a comedy class, but like in high school, I've only I say I've been doing comedy for 2.5 years, almost 3 in December, but like consistently. But the first time I did comedy was about like, I think 6 years ago when I was like 17, and I was in. Someone like booked me on a music show because I was in class and we had to write a children's book. And I wrote mine about a pedophile.
Oh, there you
And
go.
everything rhymed in it. It was called The Man in the White Van. It was a whole PSA about like avoiding strangers, like stranger danger. And they were like, that was really funny. We need a comedian. I didn't even know what it was really. And then I did their show. I wore a suit. I bombed so bad in a suit, sweating in front of like my girlfriend and my parents. And this is how bad I did. I got off stage and I went up to my dad and I said, how do you like it? And he goes, yeah, we need to show you to write some punchlines, I think. I was like, thanks, Dad. You know?
Right.
But then I didn't do it for like 4 years. And then in college, there was like some open mic and I did it there. And it was like, I watched that tape back recently. It made me nauseous.
Yeah.
And then I somehow, like a family friend saw that tape and they had their friend like text me or something, told me about Pub and then told me about another mic. And then I just started hitting mics as much as possible. I used to call the Comedy Connection to ask them where I could go and they would never pick up. Like every day at noon I would call the Comedy Connection because I wanted to go somewhere.
There's nobody there. I love that.
No,
that's
they
so
don't-
cute.
yeah.
That's
What's the
adorable.
ambition?
That's how
That's the
dumb I
ambition
was.
right
I was
there.
like,
I
they're
love that.
always there. They're always, But I wanted it so bad.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
there was nowhere to go. And then as soon as I found the mics, I was like, I'm doing this as much as possible. And I just bombed so bad for so long.
Yeah.
I still do, but like, oh my God. It was, yeah.
Yeah.
It was bad. I'm getting PTSD right now.
You're like, dude,
He's having a flashback. Is that why you're sweating?
yeah.
not because the AC turned off. Yeah.
No, but it was like, yeah, when I started, it was like rough. I didn't talk, comics didn't like talk to me for a couple weeks. Like for the first 2 weeks I started, no one like, they would like kind of talk to me, but they wouldn't like, I wasn't in the circle.
Yeah.
You know?
All right.
And it wasn't until like, there was one comic, I think it was Breck, who roasted me. I think he might have said something like, you look like an extra in The Boy with the Striped Pajamas.
Damn, that's fucked.
Oh, still wearing pajamas.
That's good.
Now it's just checkered.
And then it was Rudy.
He's repping
Rudy
the brand
Marinos,
today.
He leaned over and he goes, "This means he likes you." And that's when I was like in. Like when I got roasted and they started roasting me, and then they were just roasting me.
Shout out Rudy Tuesdays pod.
Yeah,
you
Rudy
go.
Tuesdays
Shout
was
out.
great. But
Awesome. Awesome.
yeah.
That's
Then
cool.
I was like in, and then Frank started, and Frank's like one of my close, like best friend in comedy. About like we hit mics so much, and we could just like hit him so much, and then and that was like 2 years ago.
So you do a lot of mics from what I've seen, because we obviously follow each other on social media,
Yeah.
especially with you, John. I always see you doing.
I even
that
follow you
comedy
home
show.
sometimes.
Me? You follow me home?
Yeah.
Oh, that's why you got here speedy. I didn't have to fucking get directions.
Wait,
We
you
all
need
live.
directions
We live
now?
vicariously through John. We would just wish we could hit as many mics.
Yeah.
That's why there was
Oh,
a
I
white
know.
van outside my house earlier. You followed me.
He is the man in the white van.
That's why he made me move my car.
Those pajamas look a little fucked up right now. Yeah. Well, I was gonna say the so I see you're always out there. But like I follow you on social media, so you're doing a lot of mics, and you're either doing a mic at yourself or you're watching a show. So you're saying you're doing like 10 mics a week at one point. So are you still doing a lot of mics? Is it a lot of like you just can't get enough of it? You know, is that what it is?
I just like want my bits to work so badly, and they don't so often. They just so often are like so bad, but I want them to work so bad. And like even if they are kind of good, I'm like so anti-ego about. I want it to be like way better. I wrote like my newer opening joke about like a acidic Jew with a coffee. What do you call a acidic Jew with a coffee? 2 curls, 1 cup.
There you go.
I remember that.
I like when I first wrote that, I hated that joke so much. I like didn't like it. And I would even say like on stage like, "Oh, this one's kind of bad," or "It's a dad joke," and then I added, "It's okay, I can say that because I like coffee," and then I was like, "All right, now I
There you
like
go.
it." You
I
know?
feel like people would have expected to be like, it's okay, I can say that because I'm Jewish.
Yeah.
I mean, people are like, I can make this black joke because my mom is 2% black. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Great smashing of
But that's what
expectations right there.
I had to make it so but so I still do it because I'm like always stressing about the next show. Like this show,
Sponge.
I'm always so the sponge is great. That's genius. That's
Yeah.
how you got the sponge.
It's not that bad. I was actually gonna bring like a little towel because I sweat a lot, and I'm doing
you need
okay.
that.
well, if
I'm
you
doing
need a
good.
sponge, let me know.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah.
get sponges.
This is funny.
But
But
yeah, I'm like so addicted to mics, like
That's
hitting
awesome.
mics as much as possible.
Yeah.
That's why Kinsman's on a Friday, is because there's no mics on a Friday.
Yeah.
yeah. Well,
And I
did-
love the time. Like,
Yeah.
guys
It's
like me and
cool.
Cory can get out there.
That's right. Yeah.
You know, 9:30 is his premium
Yeah.
time.
Yeah. Honestly.
Well, Rob with the kids, that's why we do the podcast at this time. And that's why, like, you know, sometimes I'll be flying solo. Me and Rob try to do as many mics as we can together as possible. It's tough when he's got the family. Me, I mean, I work a full-time
You don't have
job.
any kids, right?
No,
Legally.
but like, no.
Yeah, but look at this setup, dude. He's got to maintain all this, like the dusting.
What it
and
is,
the,
it's like I'm just trying to dabble in a bunch of my other little hobbies that I love. But as I'm like working my way into comedy more and more, and like, you know, I'm looking into doing shows and all that stuff, it's starting to like take over my other hobbies. But I'm still trying to like hold on to those, like skateboarding. I haven't ridden my skateboard in like 2 months because I've been focusing on comedy.
yeah.
So I'm trying to find time. I just restored my dad's 72 Chevy Impala that we were working on together. So that, it took a week off of mics to do that. So my thing is like, I'm trying to find time for everything. Where I see some comics like you, John, you guys, this is full-time focus, everything. And I respect that hustle because
Hell yeah.
that's what it's about. That's what you gotta do with comedy, man. You really gotta hustle.
I'm a little scorched earth to that. Like it's all that.
Yeah.
All
You had a
that
lot of shows this
do.
month.
Yeah,
But that's why you gotta hustle.
I had this
so
month
yeah.
was like a nice milestone. I had 15 shows this month,
Awesome.
which
That's
I was
money,
like,
dude.
so
That's
jacked.
It's great.
Dude,
That's
great.
awesome, man.
And like Mass, Connecticut, and Rhode Island, which I was like, yeah.
Hell yeah,
Some
that's
of them
great.
sucked. I almost ruined a show. The show almost got like, the venue almost canceled the show
Like before
What
or
did you
during
do?
the set or
during my set.
Oh,
because
jeez.
like partially because of my set and also because
Well, I was joking. I'm not what'd you do, but yeah, like what happened?
I had a joke and it was a little too soon, and a woman called me disgusting and called a manager over, and
damn.
yes.
Hey,
it
I
was
mean,
a
at the
little
end of the day, you guys would know this best.
PSA, it's fucking comedy. It's a
Yeah,
joke.
exactly.
That's
You know
what the
I mean?
guys.
Laying up.
There was 3 guys next to the lady that got upset, and as soon as she looked me dead in my eyes, and she goes, "You're disgusting. You disgust me." And the guy turned to her and goes, "It's comedy. It's funny." And she goes, "It's not." And I was like, "Okay, you guys want to hear a one-liner?"
Yeah, right. That's crazy. I feel like it's bound to happen. At someone's point or their comic career is always someone's gonna have something to say. I had a lady go ew to one of my jokes.
Well, because you're not always in a
Yeah.
club, so you get a mixed audience, right?
exactly.
Where
I've been booed. I got booed at
Damn.
pub
Damn.
by a guy.
Did you hear them all the way in the back?
Oh, he stood up and booed me like hard, like hard. He like literally.
Don't fuck with me. I'm not
even
like
kidding.
that.
He got up
and you're still here, man.
boo! Like he was so mad.
I had somebody heckle me in a parking lot. Like they referenced the shirt I was wearing, and they told me to get off the stage. And I was like, "Oh man!" They waited until after the show and like came up to me to heckle me. Like I'd rather get heckled during
That's
the
not a
show.
heckle. That's just like straight.
Yeah, just being a
Confrontation.
douchebag. Yeah, it's like
fuck you. I'm gonna.
nah. But he spent money at the bar, so I was happy. I wasn't even upset about
Was
it.
this
you
a
know?
Kinsman?
No, it was at a show, like a showcase. Yeah.
That's.
You're probably wearing New York sports attire and living around.
Yeah, I might have been.
Because I'm a Knicks fan. What the fuck? Should I wear my Celtics jersey?
I know. I go to the Kinsmen and I host in a Lakers jersey, and like I just kind of have to take a beating from everybody.
I have no skin in the game with sports, so I don't. It's just funny to me.
Yeah, it just gives me power. You know, the Black Mamba. I try to channel that when I'm hosting.
Yeah,
so
all right.
There you go.
know,
There you
yes.
go. Good.
All right.
That's great.
the pale Mamba, the Portuguese Mamba.
There you go.
Have you guys had like? I want to ask you guys this. I know, but like, have you guys had like a bad bomb yet? Like a bomb where you're like, shit.
They say you can't bomb open mics, so no.
Yeah.
I mean, I've done a couple of shows now where I maybe like, it was more of like my jokes just didn't hit towards the end, or like, I had a bomb. Where was it? It was fuck, I can't remember. It was kind of a dinner show. It was like at a restaurant, but it was kind of like late at night, and my jokes just were not hitting. And honestly, my bomb. It was my first show. I'm gonna go ahead and say. I'm gonna be honest. It was at Jerry Longo's over in the casino at Bally's. So John was generous enough to get me. That was my first show out of the comedy class. I was nervous as fuck. I had a bunch of coworkers there from the law firm. I had a bunch of my other friends, family. My great uncle was there. All these people that wanted to see me so bad that I look up to, and then I was just so nervous. But what is it? John wasn't there because I was gonna be like, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna talk to John. I'm gonna just hang out with him because I don't know anybody. You know what I mean? I knew Mike Cronin a little bit.
How new are you? To
We were just
comedy
talking about
when this.
When
How,
this happened?
like, how
this
like,
was my first show. So we graduated in November, and this was like
so you're a couple weeks
in December or January.
So after your graduation show?
Yeah. And John was like, hey, you want to do Jerry Longo's? I said, sure. It was at the casino. So long story short, I went, and I bombed so bad. But at the same time, not a lot of the comics were making jokes too, and the crowd was just, they weren't too receptive. Like Dee Conley was there. She had a great set. Grandma Martha was there. Brett Davey, who I have a lot of respect for because he was the first comedian outside of John that really
shout
pulled
out
me
Brett
aside.
Davey.
Appreciate you, bro, because he pulled me aside.
Oh, I know Brett.
He's coming on too back in
Oh,
September.
good.
I'm forgetting.
I love
there's a
Brett.
camera there.
Brett's
Yeah.
a good dude.
But he pulled me aside. He's like, hey, man, you had a great set. And he was like, we should workshop this and that. So I appreciate it because he came out and he pulled me aside and he made me feel a bit better. So but yeah, it was definitely... I bombed, dude. I was shaking so bad. I could feel the mic. It was a cordless mic, so it was doing this. Literally, it was shaking like that. So I grabbed the 2 hands. I'm like, the lady walked into Walmart. It was so fucking bad. And I told my fucking stupid burger bar joke about this one night stand I had with this chick. Oh my god, it was fucking terrible.
But don't you think those terrible moments make it all worth it? Right?
Yeah,
like
it
because then you're like, I have to go back up.
Some of the best advice that I've heard, I think it was like Mark Maron said it one time, but it was you never learn when you kill. You only learn when you bomb.
Yeah,
I like
you
that.
bomb, you learn. When you kill, it feels great. If you crush like with an audience, it feels like awesome.
Yeah.
But when you bomb, you're like, okay, I need to fix this joke. Like I need to add something. Some of my jokes that have been like the worst bombs ended up being like some of my better jokes.
Yeah.
In the end, like, I had a joke about, like, smoking cigarettes, and it was, like, it would always bomb. I think the joke was, like, it was so bad. It was, like, I smoke cigarettes, and people shit on me, but I know I'm going to die in 40 years, you know? Like, you're addicted to social media. You're probably going to kill yourself tonight. And,
See, I like that.
but, like, it would work sometimes, and then, like, but most of the time, it would just bomb.
Yeah, whenever
so
you
much.
say you're gonna kill yourself, it's like it's touchy, right?
Yeah. I'm suicidal. I can say no.
I think that joke's pretty funny.
But now I use it.
I like it.
But then I made it into like a joke about vapes and like vaping being addictive because it's convenient and like I get it because if you're holding it all day, like if I'm holding a penis all day, I'm gonna suck it at some point. You know.
Yeah.
I may not be gay, but I am. I may be bi-curious, but I'm right or something. But like that's like my closing bit now, and it's like it has to suck. It has to suck so bad for it to get good.
I get that because it kind of gives you an opportunity to like, all right, now I know I have to work on it because if you do a joke that kills it, you know, it gives you an idea like, oh, well, my joke's perfect. You know what I mean? But I feel like a joke can always be retweaked a little bit. My toenail joke I got a Walmart joke about the lady came in with her toenail, all this garbage, whatever. And honestly, that's my best joke. And even to this day, I still tweak it a little bit and I just kind of like, I'll say it and I'll add a different word to it. Like lately I said, oh, well, it was her toenail was hooking a left like it was doing a U-turn. I wish she would take a U-turn out of the store. And some people laughed at that. So I was like, cool. So now I do that sometimes. So I definitely think you got a great point.
Yeah.
You know, definitely it's
okay
to bomb.
When you're bombing, you're scrambling to like find something like good. And sometimes like when that woman called me disgusting, right afterwards I said, if it makes you feel any better, I'm going to sleep in my car after this. And I crushed. And I was like, that's good recovery. And then at the end of my set, I said, all right, I'm going to go jump into traffic, or as I call it, going home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should have been like, bitch, I have 15 shows this month. All right, like deal with it.
It's awesome.
She would be like, what are you showing up to, court?
Yeah, that's great, dude. That's funny.
No, we love seeing you guys at the Kinsmen, though. We love the show, so it's great.
Oh, it's
we
great
really
to actually,
appreciate.
like, sit down and like talk to you
we
guys.
appreciate this
I see
a lot.
you guys so in passing. Like, you guys have great handshakes. I jerk off with that hand.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
And
me too.
you have a
It's all
great
mutual.
nickname.
Yeah.
You have a great nickname for the Roy brothers, which I think we should put out there on the air.
Yeah, Roy Brothers.
The Twin Towers of Comedy.
Oh, yeah.
Because you guys are so tall,
We need
man.
to
Like,
say that at a comedy, be like,
I didn't want to say it. I wanted you to have your moment.
I
But...
forgot. Did I say that?
Yeah, you
Oh
did.
no, it's mine. That's my shit. No,
I
I'm
don't
just
know.
kidding.
I don't
That's
know.
you.
I
No, that's
referenced
you.
it at one of the Kinsman mics. It was like,
yeah.
Whoever was hosting was like, here comes the other Twin Tower.
Yeah,
Oh, man.
that was funny. I think I either heard you say it, John, or Rob mentioned it, but I remember that
Shit,
joke,
I'll take
and I was
credit.
like, that was fucking awesome.
Who's the plane?
Yeah, that was great.
Who's going to be the plane?
Well, I wanted to
Whoever
say,
you guys Eiffel
Because you guys are
Tower,
like the same height. Yeah, the brothers. Like,
Yeah.
it's perfect. I mean, it's great.
Well, I wanted to work on that, like, because if I was hoping, I always
Me
try
and
to tell
Cory
someone
are
to
the
do it.
planes.
You got, yeah.
It's like a Dave Matthews song, Crash Into Me.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna work on it, and be like, hey, like I was waiting for a mic where you know, John would be there, and then I'd be like, hey, like me and Robert here. He said we're the Twin Towers of Comedy. I like to think that means he thinks our careers are gonna blow up.
There you go.
You know what I mean? What?
Keep that in the back of your pocket for Friday night. You guys are gonna be there Friday night. You said.
Yeah, I'm coming Friday.
All right.
I had a concert planned, but now I'm like debating. I'm like, shit.
I'm going to do my
I wonder if I
same
could
two
squeeze
jokes.
in at the same time.
go to the
Dude, we'll do
concert.
some songs for you. Oh,
Go to the fucking
yeah, go to the concert.
Go to the
Just do what John tells you.
Kinsman has
concert,
been
though?
going on every week. Oh yeah, what concert is it?
It's a black metal band. Pro Fanatica's playing at Alchemy, but my friend from high school is in a band called Ancient Torment, and they're playing with the band as well. And I've been talking. I was like, dude,
You can do both.
I was like, I have to see that you're gonna be there because he's like, oh great, it's gonna be cool to see you there too. And because I haven't seen his band live before, and I'm like, shit.
I'll say that
But I love
Dude,
Kinsman.
go to
the Kinsman open mic
Kinsman?
is designed for you to do shit before,
Yeah.
and then you can come after.
I might
Like,
just go see his band and then fucking dip before Pro.
That's true.
Pro Fanatica's not gonna see this because they don't give a shit about anyone.
I'm not gonna talk shit about them either way, because
Yeah,
I will get my
fuck
ass kicked by a fucking
prophylactics.
metal
Pro
band.
I don't wanna-
Fanatica's
I don't wanna
great.
get a
They're not
curse
gonna
put on
see
me or
it,
anything.
But
Like-
maybe I'll stay
I like
for my
prophylactics.
friends'
All right,
They hit you guys up next week. They're like, "We love the podcast. We love to be on."
we're about to sponsor you guys.
I'm like, oh fuck,
Shit.
fuck. No, I definitely agree. I love the band, but I'm like, maybe we could do
whenever
a
you
little
want, dude. We've done it every Friday. Who are we talking to?
Yeah.
Are you? I think you pointed this out. We had the 100th
Sorry, buddy.
Kinsmen on the 2-year anniversary.
Yeah.
That means that we've missed 4 Fridays in the past 2 years.
That's incredible.
You guys, yeah. Well, I was gonna
But that's only because of like holidays.
Only because
and
of holidays.
It's not like
or if the-
it just didn't happen. Like you
mostly
wouldn't.
because the bars closed. Like that's
Yeah,
the
you wouldn't
bars
show up to the Kinsman on a Friday night and we're not there.
Yeah,
no shit,
sometimes I'll be like, oh, cool, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna say it's up to Jack and Cory, and they're gonna be there. But sometimes you guys aren't there. I'm like, they're probably doing a show. But a lot of times you guys are there. You know what I mean? And
Jack's usually doing a show. I'm usually in the mental hospital. I'm on the phone with him. He's like, I'm in the green room.
And you're like, oh, the Haitians gave me my phone back.
Yeah.
he's like,
That was
It's a
good.
real text. I was at the show.
he's like, I'm in the green room and I'm in
I
the
was on
padded
the
room.
show, and he texted me and he goes, "Oh, all the attendants here are Haitian. They snuck me my phone." And I'm
No, I
like,
convinced the Haitians
Yeah.
to let me have my phone, and I was like, "This is super illegal. Like, I shouldn't have this right now."
I was texting you, and the last text you sent me was, "I have to go. The Haitians are coming."
Yeah, they were coming, dude. They were not happy.
You guys are
Oh, and I said that too. I was like, "They're coming, and they don't look happy."
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they don't. Yeah, and they don't look at
We have fun, you know what I mean?
We
I
made
started
a joke
laughing so
about
hard.
that at the Wait and See
Yeah.
open mic, which quick plug, Wait and See open mic in Fall River.
AmVets post 60 every other Tuesday.
Every other Tuesday, you can smoke darts in the bar next door, which is great, which is
It's a cool
connected.
spot.
Yeah, that's a good plug, I think. Smoking darts. People love
yeah.
smoking cigarettes, so.
Yep, and fucking
Oh my
so
God.
definitely check that one out. But yeah, I wanted to get into you guys are talking about the Kinsmen, so I want to get right.
Oh,
into
thank
that
God he
as
moved
well.
on from the mental hospital. I was nervous. You guys think I'm sweating because it's hot in here. I'm fucking nervous about
What if
Butler.
some guys in white just kick the door open?
Yeah, a bunch of Haitians are like, oh,
Fucking needles.
Get back here. Sac passe, Cory.
Bunch of stray cats just running.
dude, I love the Haitians. Yeah, shout out to the Haitians.
They're gonna be like,
Shout out Haiti. They're the guys.
they're
They're
gonna
the
come in and fucking.
I didn't
steal
appreciate
you.
when they had that. They had like some kind of disaster, and we sent them like a bunch of.
All right, all right.
He's like, don't get political.
Don't get political, baby.
No, it's
They-
yeah.
stray
It's
cat
not even
recipes
political.
around,
They
dude.
just were.
Rob's like, get political. I'm like, I'm not.
Just kidding.
Rob
It's a
tells me to
joke.
get political, and Matt is putting a tranquilizer in my neck.
Rob's like, get political. I'm like, let's not get fucking canceled, all right? Because
we're
people
gonna
are
blow up.
fucking sensitive. God forbid where
I
you say
believe-
one thing or the other.
I just left it at that. I love the Haitians. That's
you can
it.
get canceled. If anything, it helps.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Nowadays, there's so many comics. I see so many comics trying to get canceled. Like they want to get canceled so bad. There was a guy at Kinsman. He's this white dude. He got banned by the owner for saying the N-word. He said the
shit.
N-word.
That's
and then
not cool though.
And then he said,
We called somebody it. Yeah, like
Yeah,
It's not
he
like
said like he was just saying like racial thing, and
Right.
there was a Kenyan woman there, and he was like making these jokes, and the owner banned him. Bobby banned him, as he should,
because he was
And,
referencing
but then
somebody
the guy-
specifically. Like you can't do
But
But
that.
then the
hate
guy
speech.
texted me specifically, and he goes, "Oh, it's all because I'm a middle-aged white guy," and I go, "Bobby is more white and older than you. Like, if anything, he would."
Yeah.
What are you talking about? We're all
Right.
white guys. Like, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
He goes,
No
"Oh, it's a
hard
bunch
R's
of
of the
PC."
Kinsmen, all right?
Well, he
Yeah.
I know
he
that
expected
shit.
you guys to
Yeah,
be
use an A.
it's okay, man. It's okay. It's trying to get the white man down. He probably expected something like that.
stop.
Like,
No,
nah,
he
bro,
wanted
you're
to
an
be
asshole.
canceled so bad. He's like, I've seen that so much where they're like, "Oh, they can't take my edgy jokes," and it's like, no, they just
That's usually what people do right before they
You're just
move
not
into their
good.
car and they move away, far away.
Well,
Like that's literally what people
I
will
know
do. They'll be
people-
like,
I know people that are like, "You guys ready for the edgy section?" I'm like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Like, say a fucking.
and then people will make it seem like our mic is like, because we have that rule where it's like, if you're a white dude, like, try not to say the N word. Like, is that crazy?
only-
No,
yeah.
Is that a
crazy.
crazy like
Our
ask?
only
No.
rule
They're gonna
is,
cut
And like
themselves
people will
on
go
that
up and do their set and they'll be like, I don't want to get in trouble making
Yeah.
a gay joke. And we're like, dude, like it's a common sense thing, you know?
That's all.
well,
don't
it's-
say a slur you're not. That's it.
Yeah.
Don't say a slur you're not.
Yeah.
Well, it's like one thing you don't want people. You don't. It's a general thumb. Don't be an asshole and say racial shit. But at the same time, you got to protect yourself because you guys are on that mic.
That's purely what it is.
Yeah. If it's like, hey, if
Yeah.
someone's like, yo, I went to Kinsman and they were saying, oh, all the comics are saying the N word and talk about transphobes, this and that.
Oh,
Like,
no, yeah.
People aren't
Yeah,
gonna
people are
come.
gonna be like, yo, fuck that.
No, we get trans
People
people
are-
to sign up. You
People
know,
are
God bless
not
them.
gonna
You know?
come back to the first time it happened. The first, like the week after he said the N word, I was talking about it and I go, guys, I'm just saying. I was explaining. I was like, don't be an asshole, and then I was like, guys, basically what I'm saying is, don't be a cunt.
Yeah.
And it
Yeah,
got
that's
silent. It
great.
got really silent in the room, and I go, "You feel that silence? You feel how awkward that is? Why would you want that? No, we don't want that."
Yeah,
there was no
'cause-
laugh after me saying that.
We'll have a good
I'll be a
time.
hypocrite, but I'm gonna prove this point.
Yeah.
Like, if you want a laugh, you're not Louis C.K. Okay, you're not raping, but no. No, you're,
Yeah, he
like,
uses
you're not-
the N-word all the time.
If you're like, if you got a special or you're like crazy good at comedy, you can say anything. Okay,
Yeah,
if you're
it's true.
good at it, the cardinal rule for me is that if you're gonna say something fucked up, it better be funny.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like when that woman called me disgusting, it would have been way worse if there weren't other people laughing at it.
Yeah.
Because there were people laughing at it. It got a laugh. It got a pop. And those people defend... If it's funny and offensive, that's fine. Look at Anthony Jeselnik.
Yeah.
He says
Crazy
crazy shit. But it's funny.
Yeah.
And you can't deny that. You know, that's
Well,
like...
that's like, I'm a huge Kobe Bryant fan. You guys know I'm fucking hosting the Kinsmen in my
Yeah.
jersey.
Yeah.
But like, if somebody makes a good joke about Kobe, like, I was the only white guy crying when this guy, like, I was like a mess. I took the day out of work the next day. I was a mess, dude. Yeah. I stayed home for his funeral and watched it on ESPN.
Oh, my God.
Yeah,
Really,
like, I was
dude? Wow.
really a mess. But like, if somebody makes a good Kobe joke, and it happens quite often,
Bro.
I'm not gonna like
We
get.
should not, you know,
I'm not gonna put that person on a list and be like,
Yeah.
oh, they can't. You know what I mean? Like, John, don't book this person to
That's how I
Bean.
feel with,
I would
like-
never do that.
With, like,
But
suicide. Like, suicide is... I've had, like, people really close to my family and friends, like, commit suicide. If someone has a
Right.
good suicide joke, I am laughing the hardest out of anyone in that room.
Yeah.
Out of anyone in that room. Even if it's bombing, I'm, like,
it's
cackling.
mental health awareness, I think.
It's so good. But some
It's
people will be
therapeutic
like,
to you,
oh, you
too.
shouldn't joke about that. Oh, well, what if someone's, like, dealing with that? Oh, someone's going to do it. It's like, shut up.
Yeah.
You're not, you don't
can't,
know.
Yeah.
You can't take that into account every single time. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Just
I had a suicide joke. I think it was that social media joke.
yeah.
I say, you're going to kill yourself. Someone's like, don't say it. And they're like, you never know who's in the audience. And I'm like, well, my best friend did it. And I work for a nonprofit for suicide prevention. So I'm the person that you're worried about.
Yeah.
And I'm saying the joke.
Right.
Right.
So it doesn't make sense. It's like seeing a black guy on stage say the N-word. And you're like, oh, you don't know who's in the audience. It's
Yeah.
like, what do you mean?
Yeah,
it
right.
makes no sense.
Yeah. No.
I don't know. People get offended, but there's like people out there who are like, "Oh, they can't handle it," and it's like, dude, just write, just make a good fucking joke.
I always tell people, if you're gonna say the N-word, just do it in your car with the windows up and nobody
Yeah,
watching.
yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
What I've been saying at Kinsman is like, if you can't say the N-word and be like, no, it's fine, I'm gay, because if that's the case, I'd be sucking dick left and right to get through a Tupac song. You know?
There you go.
But like, yeah,
I remember saying
What
it
were
one
we
time,
talking
like the first time I hosted, I was like, don't say a slur that you're not. And I had somebody with their arms folded, just like, what? Like, oh, there goes my whole set. Like, I can't call this person. You know what I mean? It was just like, I was like, you gonna be all right with that? Like,
dude,
is it
if your
okay?
if your whole set depends on that,
Nah.
that sucks for you.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Jerry Seinfeld said that he had a joke with the F word. He said fuck. I've been cursing the whole time. I said the F word. He was like, he used fuck in a joke, and it just like, he didn't like that the joke only worked when he used fuck. So
Yeah.
it's like, yeah.
Yeah,
It's
I
tough,
could- yeah.
like, because I feel
tough
like
when you're
people
America's dad,
people
but
like
that's
stuff that's like
fine.
against the
Not
Jerry
grain,
Seinfeld.
and they
Look at
like
Bob Saget even.
they like things that are edgy. But then again, like on the Sauce Comedy, for example, you know, the logo, like there's a snail smoking a cigar, and that's controversial for some people,
It's a
right?
joke.
So like,
You
What
just
is?
can't make
A blunt,
everybody
a joint,
happy,
whatever.
though, dude,
Right.
honestly, you can't make everybody happy.
exactly.
You're not in this
You
business.
never
You're
noticed
not
the
happy
snail?
somebody. You know what I mean?
No, that's awesome. I kind of like that.
Have you-
I love the
Did
snail.
you ever
It's-
notice the snail in the posters?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
See, he
I
knows.
just see on the Sauce Comedy. I'm like, yeah.
Well, like the library won't hold, like the library in town won't like put up our flyer, and I think that's why. Like they'll put up anything, you know what I mean?
Did you do that?
I drew this
Did you do
in
that?
I
You
drew
put
this
it on the
in
back of the phone?
college
Nice,
when I
man.
was
Perfect.
I was in a class, in a history class, and it was like I was just so bored, so I drew it, and then I like cropped it down, and I put it. If you look at the posters, like every On the Sauce poster, he's hidden somewhere in the poster.
Yeah.
Huh.
He's
Oh, that's
somewhere
what for.
on every single poster.
Is that a QR code on there?
Oh, yeah, it's from my Instagram. Look at that.
Guys, scan that QR
Scan
code.
There you go.
Scan
On the
my
Sauce
QR
Comedy.
code.
Scan.
I like
Every
that.
first Monday at the Judge Roy
Yeah.
Bean Saloon.
I didn't realize until after I did this, I should have just made it a porn site.
I'm gonna go check out his Instagram. Brings you to like fucking gay porn site or something.
You guys call it the Roy Bean Saloon, huh?
Yeah,
Is that what it is? Judge Roy Bean.
Judge Roy Bean, but the Roy Bean, like if I was a Roy brother, I would call it the
how you
Roy.
guys emphasize the Roy in it.
Yeah,
I would.
Let's
you
get
know,
into that. Let's get into this Roy Bean Saloon thing that you guys are going here. How did that start? And let's talk about it a little bit.
Dude, both of those. You can. Oh,
bro,
Those still cold or are they fucking warm now?
Both of those started because I was like new. Like when I started producing, I started in college and I would do it in my dorm room, and it was mostly like musicians, but I would be hosting, and there was nowhere for me to go on a Friday. Could have gone to shows, but I didn't really know what shows to go to, so I would just do them in my dorm room, and like I would get all my friends to come as like a pre-game, which was basically like what Kinsmen is now. And when I started Kinsmen, they're on the same street. I don't know if you noticed, they're on the same street. I lived at the top of the street, and I didn't have a car, so I would skateboard down the hill with the equipment, like the mic stand and the speaker and the microphone.
in his pajamas.
In my pajamas.
Yeah.
People must have thought I was the weirdest LARPer they've ever seen in their life. Like, but I would skateboard there, and I just wanted new spots to go. But the Bean, like, I had seen the upstairs, and I loved the look of it. I loved that you could like see the water, the stained glass. Like you've seen it, the venues.
It's super nice.
It's beautiful.
That's one thing that headliners will point out, like in their set, they'll be like, "Holy shit!" Like there's sailboats out there. Like that was actually so. Growing up in that area, I told Jack when we first met, I was like, "This is like my favorite spot."
Oh yeah,
Judge Roy Bean. I love the Bean. Like it's beautiful. Just because we have a show there. It's a really great room.
And the upstairs, like a lot of people don't go. They don't use the upstairs. Was only for like private events.
You're right, and they have bands too. Once in a while, they did. My buddy used to play there,
but they the upstairs was mostly for private events. And they would rent it out for $500, and I was like, I do not have $500 a month to rent out the room. So I started working there. I got a job there serving tables, and I worked there for a couple weeks, like almost about a month. And then they were like, "Oh, we hear you do comedy. Like, do you ever think about doing a show here?" I'm like, "Every day. I think about doing a show here. Right? Yeah, every day. I would love to do one." And we did one, and it went really good. The production was honestly piss poor. It was I did terrible producing. I like had a stage made out of a pallet, same stage, surprisingly. I didn't have a spotlight, so all the lights were on inside. The stage was right next to the bar, so like people were sitting at the bar like craning their necks over, but like. But it worked. Like we would sell it out. We sold out the first time, did great. The owners loved it. They're like, come back again. Did it the next month, and then it just kept doing well. And like, even when it was like, some nights were slow. Like the owners were like, it's great. We love having new stuff. Yeah. And it just kept going, and that was like a year and a half ago, which is crazy. That it's like still going.
That's awesome.
I think the Bean shows are fantastic. Like, honestly, like crazy. It's great for me to be a part of because I don't get out as much as Jack does. So I think like being exposed to different comics from Boston and Damian Speranza, who was like a headliner, and he's all over the place. Like I would have never seen this guy, and he's amazing. This guy was awesome. So the talent we're able to get there is impressive.
We saw with you guys, right, Damian?
Yeah.
He's a firefighter, ex-firefighter.
Yeah,
or something.
Yeah, he was fantastic. Shout out Damian Speranza.
Yeah, Damian was funny.
Yeah, he did great, and he reached out to us, which was amazing.
That's awesome.
That's a great feeling.
It's huge. Yeah. So the comics that we've had there are like. It's so awesome. Oh my god, there's the cat.
There's the cat.
Yeah. We're gonna see who's.
But
that's cool though.
It's been like we've had comics that, we're having Doug Key back again August 4th.
I was gonna say it wasn't a highlight that I saw that he's coming on your next.
But we had him like a while ago, and he was like a comic I looked up to a lot, and I recently got to feature for him in a show in Connecticut, which was awesome. Like felt so great. But it's cool the comics that we've had. We had this guy Jimmy Cash. Jimmy Cash is hilarious, but he did our show, and I ran into him at a show, and I had done like one of the Bringer shows, and he was a headliner, and I ran into him recently. He goes, he gave me his number, and he was like, I was like, do you want to do this Monday show? Like any chance? And he goes, yeah, but you can't advertise me because I have this contract, so you can't advertise it. So we just said special guests, and we had him. He dropped in, did like 15, 20 minutes. And the next week he sold out the Wilbur Theater in Boston.
He was
That's
unbelievable.
awesome.
Which is just crazy. Just to like drop in and just.
I remember you were super happy about that.
I was
psyched.
Well, it's like your baby, dude. It's like you got.
He's my mom's
shit,
favorite.
you know what I mean?
My mom's favorite comedian is Jimmy Cash, and
It's great.
dropped in. She was there for that show, and at the end of his set, he goes, "I gotta go be Jack's stepdad now." So see you guys.
He'll be at the Connection soon. We should go. I think we should go on a Roy Brothers field trip, and we'll go see Jimmy Cash. Shout out.
But it's been like the Bean Show has been great with
That's awesome.
the people that we've had on it is like, I don't know,
It's a lot of fun. You guys got a lot of different people coming through.
yeah.
I think like
did
you
not
said, like people you look
imagine
up to,
Yeah.
like Doug, even seeing Doug
Having Doug on it
show
is
up all the
crazy.
time. I mean, he has his own festival.
That's really cool.
Ray Harrington.
Yeah, having Ray on. Ray was making great jokes about it. Because we've had, like, with any comedy show, it's like, it's slightly dead, but, like, I always forget, and comics remind me of this a lot, is that it's a Monday show.
Yeah.
It's a Monday show with, like, a paid show. It's $15 tickets.
Yeah.
Which is pretty cheap, but, like, for a Monday, like...
But you still bring people in. You know what I mean? Which is a good
Yeah.
sign.
I was talking to someone recently, and they were like, he's like, "Oh, you run shows?" And I was like, "Yeah, I do a Monday show." And he goes, "Oh, you do a Monday show?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he goes, "Do you sell? Is it ticketed?" And I go, "Yeah, it's $15 tickets." He goes, $15 for a Monday show? I go, "Yeah." He goes, "How's your turnout?" I was like, "We sold out last month." He goes, "What the fuck? What are you doing? Giving these people cocaine? What are you doing?"
Wild.
I think that's the move. Get people to like look forward to it.
Yeah, well, it's wild that it's like had such a, and it's in Bristol, Rhode Island, which is such a small town. Like,
And depending where you come from, it's a little bit of a drive too. In Rhode Island sense, like I to get to Kinsman or the Roy Bean, it's like maybe like 32 minutes or so. But but to me, it's worth the drive. It's fun, you know.
Dude, to get the Roy Brothers to the Kinsman, we'll send you a limo.
dude,
Both you guys. Love that.
I love it. It's worth
It's
the drive, in my
wild.
opinion. So.
The amount of the people that come to Kinsman, we've had people drive from Pennsylvania. We've had people drive from Springfield.
That's awesome.
One of my
Springfield,
buddies, Jack Zygo, he comes from South Boston like every other week.
Great comic.
He's
great.
very funny.
I always
He's a
look
newer
forward
guy,
to.
but he's really funny.
Reminds me of Conan O'Brien.
But it's wild, like some of the comics. Doug's dropped in there. Dan Bolger's dropped in there.
Oh, dude, the first time I hosted ever, I had a turd in my pants because like Doug and Dan.
Oh yeah,
Everybody from Rogue Island.
Yeah,
And they were the nicest guys ever, but it was my first time hosting, and I literally had like a turd in my pants. I was shitting. John wasn't there. Jack wasn't there. Dude, it was so bad.
I had a show that night, and Doug Key came in, and he opens for Mark Normand across the world, and then
national
Dan
headliner.
Bolger dropped in, who opens for Joe List all the time. Like, yeah,
Holy fuck,
Dan Bolger's hilarious. He won Boston Comedy Festival when he was 21.
Dan's great. He
When
did the
was, like,
Bean.
he's a savant, dude.
Dan headlined the Bean, and he got me to start using cocoa butter because of one of his bits.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot he headlined the Bean.
There's something new that night.
He headlined
Shout
the
out,
Bean,
Dan
and
Bolger.
then he brought his roommate James Patterson, who has a special on 800 Pound
Not the
Gorilla.
author.
On James he has a special on 800 Pound Gorilla on YouTube. And it's like, yeah,
You guys got a lot of big names coming through. Like I want
it's
to
wild.
highlight that Doug Key was on Comedy Central too. I saw, so he's coming.
MTV. He's his album's on Sirius XM right now too. Like,
Hell yeah.
well, it's on Spotify.
I credit that a lot to Jack, and Frank Allen also works for us, with us, I should say. And he books most of the shows.
I saw him. He was hosting. It seemed like he was hosting the show we went to at the Bean, and then he seems like he does some involvement with you guys, which is really cool. I think it's interesting because with like the wait and see Mike, and then you guys, it's like everyone, it's like Bristol, you guys like have your own crew, and that's really cool that everyone, you guys help each other out, you know what I mean? And then I also saw you guys got Lucas going on too, which is kind of cool because that's a new face that's up and coming.
Yeah.
That's really awesome. You guys are getting a little bit of everybody, and you guys are also helping out like that small town vibe, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
Everything that we have done, people have told us not to do.
But it's working.
Somehow, like when Kinsman first started, people were like mad at me because it's a Friday mic. They're like, oh, you shouldn't have a Friday mic. One person was like, I'm surprised no one's starting to kick your ass yet.
You know,
that's old school though. And
yeah, but they were like, people were mad about it. And then on Monday show, people were like, why are you doing it on Monday? It's like so dumb to do it on Monday. It makes no sense to do it on Monday.
Quo and you're fucking
but you found success, you said.
Yeah,
obviously.
It somehow works. I don't know how.
So say that again, is that you said everything that you, I guess, you shouldn't have done, you did.
Yeah.
You found success. And I love to think life in that vein. And I equate it, this is such a stupid analogy.
That's why you wear Scullies.
Exactly. But this is such a stupid analogy, but the first time I ever played blackjack, I was up like $3,000 over in Atlantic City.
Yeah.
And I did not play by the book. By this blackjack rules. I don't know if you guys play blackjack players.
I played like once or twice.
But there's a set of like just like best practices and rules you should follow at the table. I didn't do any of them. I came on top, and everyone else was pissed at me at the table. But it worked.
Yeah.
So, and I've done that every single time at most casinos, and I actually come out on top. I never
like it might have been a good thing that you had a little bit of heat, right?
But the same thing is like sometimes doing stuff that you're not supposed to do.
Yeah.
Is what you should do.
Well, it's
like,
crazy
you
when
gotta take
people,
risks.
When people are like, how does that work? And every time I'm like, I have no idea.
You found the sauce.
People,
the secret sauce. It's on the sauce.
Well, how did you guys come up? I want to ask two questions. How did you come up with that name? And then, Cory, what's your involvement in On the Sauce comedy and all this comedy stuff you guys do with Jack? Because I believe from who you produce, right?
Yeah, so Jack, do you want to tell him a little bit about the name? And
well, the name came from when I originally started. It was me and Rudy Marinosi, and Rudy's great. Rudy's a good friend of mine.
Shout out Rudy Tuesdays.
He was busy with work, so he had to step away from it. But he's very funny. He's always at Kinsmen. But when we were first starting, like I was doing Kinsmen, and he was there every week because he lives in Bristol too. So he was just like, we were like, and then I started doing the Bean. We didn't have a name for it. And then we were trying to think of names, and we just couldn't think of anything. And when I was younger, I tried to start like a clothing brand. It didn't really get anywhere. It was called Off the Shits. And I had like that little, you've seen like that little splatter thing where it's like the OTS?
Yep.
Yeah.
It was that, and it stood for Off the Shits, because I found it on like Urban Dictionary, and I was really into graffiti at the time, so it's like a classic like throw up graffiti kind of style. And I was like, well, I have OTS. And he's like, well, we can't do Off the Shits. And I was like, we were thinking about it, we were saying, and we were like, well, On the Sauce works because we're both Italians that like to get drunk. So
there you go.
And that's where On the Sauce came from. And then it just kind of stuck. And then we stuck with that. We made the Instagram for it. Instagram's at like 420 followers. Almost 400. 420.
what? Oh my God, dispensary.
But yeah, that was like, but that's where it came from. And it was pretty nuts.
Dude, I remember the day you guys asked me to get involved was I was volunteering for Rogue Island, which is something you guys should get involved in. It's a good opportunity to
it's in Newport.
volunteer for some of the festivals.
Comedy festival.
Cool.
Yeah,
I mean, it's all over, right? I just so happen to be...
I love the name, man.
Oh,
Rogue Island?
Yeah.
That's what the pirates used to call Rhode Island when they were over slang and shit.
I remember,
Rhode
Island
it
was
so
after
bad.
the show, you kind of had talked to me about producing, but I remember being at that show and feeling like I was like 3 months into comedy and I was already volunteering at like Mark Norman's show and I know I wasn't like doing a spot or anything, but I remember being like, fuck, like I should be out there like handing out flyers. I was seating people in the theater. So like sometimes things like move a little differently, you know what I mean? So, but he had asked me after that, I like most of the comics. Yeah, we're gonna keep going for beers. That's why it's On the Sauce comedy. It's not like we're
because you guys get sauced up. Well, I was like,
we don't really. Yeah, no, we don't.
Sauced or whatever. I was like,
when I get sober, it's gonna be Off the Sauce comedy.
Yeah.
There you go.
Goes both ways.
We drink light beers. You know, this is
fucking
light beers for a light guy.
That's right.
Light beers for a light guy.
It's our dinner. You know.
But that's cool, man. I mean, I think that's great. You guys obviously like the dynamic duo. Definitely, doing everything right. You know what I mean? You guys are definitely out there.
If it wasn't for Cory, On the Sauce might have died. I'm not gonna lie. Like I was like on my own with it for a minute. I was like, I get so stressed out.
Well, like sometimes you have shows. Like John will have a show on a Friday night. I couldn't get booked at a library, so so like it's convenient, but also like I have passion for it. Like not just because I love comedy, but because it's happening in my hometown.
Yep, that's cool.
So I think that's what really drew me to working with John.
Yeah, when
was
I
it being in
started,
my
it
hometown.
was purely, and it's like, it was selfish, but it was purely just so I could have a place to go on a Friday and a place to host, get good at hosting, have a show I could be on with a poster. Like, that's purely what it was when I started, and now it's like, it's become unreal. It feels like a child that I can't keep control of. Like,
That's what you feel like to me, by the way. Jack feels like my third child.
Yeah, honestly.
That's what I tell people. I'm like, you can't have favorites, but John is my third child, and I just see him more than the other two.
But I couldn't do it without Cory. Like, I often tell people, like, Cory runs Kinsmen, because I'm barely,
Well, we went to Kinsmen for the first time. I forget, where the heck did we hear it? I don't know where we heard it from. I forget. And then I was like, oh, well, there's a Kinsmen mic. I want to check it out. And then we go, and then, like, I saw Cory was hosting, and, like, John, you weren't there. And, like, oh, I'm covering for Jonathan. I expect, like, some older guy. You know what I mean? Just whatever. And then I saw John.
I dyed my hair that weekend, so I thought I was young.
Yeah, I was like, well, this guy's young. He's running a mic. And mind you, I'm maybe, like, a month or two into comedy. So I'm starting to, like, I'm like fresh, and like I look up to everybody I see at a mic hosting. I'm like, if you're hosting a mic to me, I'm like, damn, you fucking made it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it is still a big deal. So I was just like, wow, this guy's young. And I'm like, wow, this guy's fucking killing it. And
dude, nobody knows. That's my favorite part, is that nobody knows I'm in charge. Thank God. Honestly, like when Rudy was doing it with me, there would be like older guys that would like come up to him and be like, "So how'd you get this start?" And Rudy goes, "I don't know. Ask him." And they would be like, "Him?
Yeah, like, really?"
I think a lot of times.
Did he even graduate high school? This fucking kid.
I think a lot of times in business, people will say like, don't get involved with your friends, and don't, in comedy especially, like, don't work as like a team. But I feel like, because like we don't care about who's in charge, and like it's Jack has told me
that people told us not to do, and we're like, we all are passionate about it.
Yep.
And we all just like, if one of us is slack, we just pick up the slack for each other.
Right.
Like, we keep each other invested in it.
Yeah.
That's
great.
Yeah, that's exactly how it is. Like when I'm in the mental hospital, Jack has to work a little harder.
And when I'm like losing my mind because I'm like, I'm gonna lose these venues, and Cory's like, nah, we fucking got them.
I call him on the payphone from Butler, and I'm like, dude, I'm back, but listen.
Yeah. It keeps me going. But like, it's like good. Like even Frank and I someone was like telling me and Frank, like, oh, you're working with your buddies, that's gonna crash and burn, and we're like, what? How?
A lot of people do say that.
It's old school thinking, old school saying. I've heard my dad say at one point in time, like, working with your family's tough. This is like not even comedy related, but just like, so like that's kind of like, I always thought like, I guess it makes sense, but at the same time, like, I don't know. There's a lot of old school sayings don't really apply to today's world. You know what I mean?
It's tough.
Jack and I have no problem handling millions of dollars together.
Damn, you guys are rich.
Like, you got to think about. We are definitely not. It's so bad.
You guys are rich in friendship.
It is not. Yeah, we're rich in friendship. There is no luxury in the amount of money you make from producing.
But you guys do it because you love it, and you guys are passionate about it.
Oh, absolutely.
For sure. Yeah.
And you guys, honestly, you guys are like very like so lively about it, and I think you could definitely tell the passions behind it. You know what I mean? And it inspires me to talk to Rob after the podcast, or when I see him on a Saturday, where sometimes like it's funny, I'll get like a burst of ambition. Like on a Saturday, I'll go hang out with Rob and my niece and nephews, and I'll pull Rob, bro, we gotta blow this shit up. Like I want to, like I like what you guys are doing, and then I saw
I get that
Jenna
a lot.
Devin, right?
Yeah, like that, yeah.
And I'm like they can do it. They're doing it. Dude, why can't we? You know
I think we feel the same way about the podcast.
I'm telling you guys right now, do it. Like do whatever show you want. If you find a venue, do it. Do as many venues as possible, because if a venue fails, so what? It failed. You know, we had a spot in Warren for a couple months. It was called Upside. It was one of the best spots, one of the best mics that we've had. And the bar ended up closing down because one of the owners wasn't paying rent or something. But it was so worth it because people would come from like all over. Doug would come all the time. Like we would get 20 comics. We'd get straight like great audience. The bar would pay us like $170.
Sweet.
To do the mic.
Beep
and
that.
It was like,
no, I'm just kidding.
No, but it was like great. And even when it fails, like we've had venues where it's like it fails. So what?
Yeah.
You move on. You know, you have to have stuff that goes poorly, It's the same thing with doing your set. If a joke bombs, you work on it and you make it a little better, you know?
You do it to learn.
Yeah, I mean,
Because
if you really want to take off, like I have no problem going into like random spots. Like, hey, can I talk to the owner? Just like, are you interested in this? Like, who cares? What's the worst that's gonna happen?
Well, Rob, don't you
And
feel
if
like it
you're
helps that
going-
you're a little bit older too? Like you and I are the same age. Like
Rob
I feel
is
like
the business guy. Rob's job is to close deals.
Yeah.
And he works for the government, so like,
Dude.
not for the government. He does
If-
he works his
if
contract.
We'll talk about it later.
If I can start shows dressed like this, if I have a hole in my Vans that you can see my toe through. If I can start shows looking like this, you guys can fucking start shows.
Yeah, we
You
want to
guys-
start.
You have to
Matt-
sit
Matt's-
down.
Matt
If
hits
you
right on
find
it.
the owner and just go, we do comedy. We know a lot of comics around. We can draw comics out here, and we can
big
make a
time.
nice poster that your clientele will want to come to.
hell yeah.
And all you got to do is toss us like a couple bucks. If it's a good turnout, toss us some bucks. Then we'll have a good partnership. That's what I did with Kinsmen. I skateboarded to Kinsmen. I said, "Where's is the owner here?" And the bartender pointed to Bobby. He was the only one in the bar, and I sat next to him, and he goes, "Yeah, what do you want?" And Bobby's a big dude, like strong dude.
Yeah.
Nicest guy in the world, but yeah, he can be
He's
intimidating.
intimidating.
He is a
Yeah.
teddy
Can
bear.
be.
He's the sweetest man ever, but he looks at you like his eyeballs are flexing.
Those
You know what I mean?
trophies
Like, he's
at the
like,
Kinsmen,
Yeah.
all those trophies are from Bobby kicking ass.
Yeah.
Like literally, those are
Bobby's
Bobby's
like-
trophies, you know?
Bobby's intimidating, but like I remember like I was shaking when I was like met him, and I was like, hey, like I do comedy. I was so new. I was like 6 months in, maybe not even. And I said I do comedy. I know a lot of comics like around that would come here. I could bring like 20 comics out here that could come do sets, and I know I have a lot of friends from college that live in town. Like they'd come to this comedy show. Like we just need a space to do stand up, and I feel like this is a beautiful venue for it. And he looked at me and goes, "Yeah, how much money you want to make out of this?" And I was like, "Well, I in my mind I was like, I'm not even thinking about money."
Yeah,
and I started to
exactly.
freak out. I go, I don't know. You could toss me like $50 or something like that. He goes-
50,000.
He goes, "Yeah, but how much you gonna have to pay the comics?" And it's an open mic. You don't have to pay the comics.
yeah.
I was like,
Right.
"No, I don't have to pay them."
Yeah.
And he goes, "I'll give you $100. We'll see how it goes." And then we started doing it, and that was 2 years ago.
Wow.
Hell,
That's
man.
awesome.
And it's been going ever since.
What a great
Anyone that's listening
story.
to this,
Like,
take notes on this. I think this podcast you also learn something.
But
too,
like,
you know
do
what I mean?
it. No matter what someone tells you, just do
Yeah,
it.
Matt's
Well, that's why I love the pod.
What you
I
said.
listened to the
He's
Roy
got a
Brothers
couple
pod.
things lined up
Yeah.
at some private venues that we'll announce, but
Private venues
You
are
know.
great. I did a private.
private. But
But I think it's great because I think this is a good way for
did a
you guys to get intel,
Yeah.
but also for people to network. Like I love the you know, you like one week you have John Perrotta on, the next week you might have Kyle Cody and Eddie on. You know what I mean? Like I love that.
Yeah.
You have to
That's
You
what it's
know,
about.
and that's
for
more
us.
of like an age thing, but also an experience thing, right? Like John's been
Well,
doing it for
take all the
30 years.
opportunities, dude. Because like I did, like even when it's like a private show or something.
You just never know, too. You know what
I already
mean?
have a name I want to use, but Matt's not too thrilled on it. But we'll see.
What's the name? Can you say it?
Yeah, the hook. The
Oh,
I
the
think it's
hook
good.
and tomato?
Hook and tomato, because like
Hook
we were
and
thinking
tomato?
like people get like tomatoes thrown at them, or like back in the
Oh,
day, you
the
get a
hook.
So we're picturing
Oh.
like a logo of like a tomato doing stand up with a hook around.
It's a
his neck,
double
pulled
negative,
up,
though.
yeah.
Yeah,
If
I
you
like
do
that.
name, you need to wear top hats when you host.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, well, I have some ideas in the works. That
We'll see.
I won't
This is a
let
and then
you
you,
tentative
and then you
Probably
can
won't
say
have
the
it.
N word. No.
You can wear a top hat, No, I just think it's cool as a part of me that when I do comedy, it's like you're gonna be humble and all this stuff. There's a part of me that's like also hungry for like a little bit of success, and like I don't want to like get that. I don't want that to get to my head because like I don't want to be that guy like, oh, I want to be the best. 'Cause me personally, I just want to go and have fun.
Another production is
That's-
another
yeah.
chance for our buddies to get on stage.
Yeah, but my
That's
thing
exactly
what it is.
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
Is that you want just like
Another
listen,
avenue,
Rhode
that's all.
Island. Rhode Island's a great scene. It needs more people. Like what Jenna and Devin are doing is awesome, and I'm so
Uh-huh.
happy that they're
Hell yeah.
starting. Tony Max even started a show like
Yeah, I was gonna say.
starting more stuff in Rhode Island. People are gonna give you shit no matter what because they're
Oh, yeah.
thinking when it happened with Kinsman, they thought like the common thing was, oh, you're gonna be taking away from like real shows that are paid. And every time, like at first I was like, oh no, I don't want to take away from these shows. And I was talking to a comic one time, I forget who it was, but they were like, if your free open mic is taking away from a paid show, That show sucks.
That's kind of a good point.
Also, I mean,
If your open mic is better than someone else's show, your show sucks.
and we've also made accommodations for those shows. So like our mic doesn't start till 9:30. So
Yeah.
you could perform on a show. You could pay and go see a show, and also come to our open mic.
I did a show.
True.
I did a show in Newport one time, and I'm not gonna say who it was, but it was like one of my least favorite shows. I was so pissed because the host. I was supposed to open. I was doing 10 minutes. The host went up, did 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Talked about their entire marriage. Spent 30
That's
minutes.
like the opposite of me.
So open,
I do 30 seconds up front. I'm like, we're gonna get right to the fucking point.
Yeah. I did 30 minutes up top, and then when they were bringing me up, they go, "This next comic, he weighs about 3 pounds, and he's part of Gen Z," and the whole crowd goes, "Ugh," and she goes,
wow.
"I know, right?"
What a way to get
Anyways,
a crowd
here's
excited.
John Imperatore, and then I come up. I did okay. Like it was just like arm wrestling. It was
Subconsciously,
bad.
is such a failure.
Oh, it's so
You want to
bad.
get the crowd riled up.
It was so tough.
That's
But
silly.
after that show, I got off stage and I was like, I haven't done this since, and it's kind of I'm not like proud of it, but I was like, I have to leave right now. I feel I'm not.
You would just
Just
I was so
gross.
pissed about it. I was like, I have to leave. I was getting paid. I didn't even take the payment. I just left, and I left, and my family was seeing my brother, my parents were there, and I said to my brother, I go, come with me to Bristol. We're gonna go to Kinsmen. Come with me to Kinsmen, and he came with me to Kinsmen, and we go there, and we're like, I went up, I did 10 minutes, did great. I went a little long, but I needed it really bad.
It's like 10
you know?
minutes. No, I'm just
I went a little long, but it went great. Like it was really good. There was a crowd there. It went way better than the show, and I felt so good. And I went outside, and my brother was like, "Damn, that was good." He goes, and there was like a party at my house after. He goes, "Oh, we should go to that party." I go, "Yeah, but I gotta get paid first." And he goes, "You get paid for this?" I was like, "Yeah, they pay me all the time for every week."
Yeah.
And it was such a redemption. But like, if your show fucking sucks, that's on you.
Yeah.
It's on someone starting a new show.
Yeah.
Someone's not undercutting. Like,
By the way, we're gonna have Rob edit out all the stuff about us talking about money, so the Mossad doesn't take us out.
oh, honestly, I don't even. Like,
Jack's on the
and
Epstein
it's not
list.
like we're making crazy money. All the money goes back into the shows and the production.
Right.
I don't
Exactly.
take any money out. Like, I have a separate bank account just for show money that just goes towards either merch or sign, like the sign we got made, or like anything like that. Anything that we need.
We need a new PA system right now.
a new
so
PA
like,
system.
we're
so
gonna handle
donate. My Venmo is John Imperator.
that. Just scan the QR code that he did.
Well, you guys are doing it because you love it. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
I definitely, my point is like, I think I'd like to do a show because I want to get my friends on it. I want to get me. I've known Kyle Cody since I was a kid. Me and him went to high school together.
Really?
I love Kyle Cody. Shout out Kyle Cody.
Kyle Cody, me and him go way back.
Love Kyle.
Me and him
Oh, that's
recorded
wild.
fucking Cannibal Corpse concerts. We've seen Slayer together.
Oh, that's
I know
awesome.
him personally. Like
Wow.
I know his parents and I know like his sister and stuff. And like he knows it, pretty much like we're like very very close. And then he started doing comedy. And I'm like, I could just start going to his comedy shows. I was like, I could do that. It looks like fun. You know
That's
what I mean?
awesome.
And then I was supporting him. That's the first time I saw John was at the comedy park. And I met him. I met Johnny Rotten. I'm seeing all these guys I'm
Oh
doing
my
comedy
God,
with
Rotten.
now. And who would have known I'm doing comedy with these guys now? And Rob came out one time with me. And then,
I love Rob.
then you know, that's a whole nother episode. But long story short, I'm like, I want to get Kyle on there. And then, no offense, but Rob's always going to have it. Rob's my brother. He's going to have a spot. You know what I mean? I want to help. Then I want to get other new comics
Wait, you guys
out
are
there.
brothers?
Yeah, right. Yeah. You know, it's the I forget what
You guys
step
are related?
there. Step-
You never played the Super Roy Brothers video game, dude, on Nintendo?
On the
It's
SNES.
awesome.
On the
On the
SNES.
SNES.
Yeah.
No, it's on the NES,
The
bro.
SNES.
We're old.
I still have my original NES.
We're gonna fire that up right
Oh,
after the
guys,
show,
you're
dude.
there.
I almost brought my Switch.
I got the original PlayStation. So.
Let's go, baby.
But please start a show.
Yeah, it would be
Dude,
cool because
please.
like I would like to return the favor and like just have everyone else on. You know what I mean? Like I'd love to have you guys there if ever there was
dude.
something that would reoccurring, all that stuff. You know what I mean? Like and then all I know is that I want Tony Max to host my show because he brings so much energy.
Love Tony Max.
And like
yeah.
I gotta be careful what I say because like nothing's promised yet, but like I have something in the works that I'm trying to get going. If God forbid it does work, I want Tony.
Tony Mac's gonna be a millionaire.
He's
That's what he's
so
trying to say.
energetic and he's so respectful to everybody.
Well, I just want to say that I'm very honored the Roy Brothers had me today. I'm really happy to be hosting.
I always say when I'm hosting and I see Tony, I'm like, this guy should have his own radio station on like Sirius XM. 24 hours a day of just like,
At
hey,
Jake and
it's
Johnny's,
Tony
he was
Mac. I
hosting.
love his voice.
He was
delivery.
hosting at Jake and Johnny's, and I went up and I go, Tony, you sound like a radio host denying allegations. Well, it wasn't me. She said it was me, but I don't believe it was. I don't really think that it was.
Oh, I love Tony. Where is he? Like,
he's home in Pullman Park. I was actually gonna try to swing by there.
Oh, is he?
But we'll
You
see.
want to stop by there after? We'll get my.
Yeah, he is hosting.
of course, dude, we're gonna go there.
Yeah, I got to. Someone's got weed there.
But
I'll take it.
yeah, I mean, well, I'll
Please
kind of
start
wrap
a
it up
show.
for you guys, but because we are over an hour and
Are
you
we
guys are
actually?
sweating
Well,
ass
we
off.
want to make sure we touch on everything first, though. Did we get everything we needed to get to?
Yeah, we got
Is there anything else?
We got the Roy Bean Saloon. You guys told me about your background on the sauce. My only thing.
Let's just do a 24-hour live stream at this point. I'm so
Right.
down.
Call Tony.
Well, we're gonna need another case. So
Well, my main thing is, unless Rob has anything else, and is there any like shout outs or plugs, anything you guys want to do?
Let's plug some shows.
To
Let's
get
plug.
it out there. Anything you guys want to highlight? Any thank yous? Any people out there you want to? Hey, hi mom, hi
Yep.
dad, or
And then,
or any
hi,
shows you
Mom.
guys have coming up.
Yep, and then
They're
we'll link it all.
definitely not going to watch this, but yeah. My parents will definitely not watch this. I don't know. Follow On the Sauce Comedy on Instagram and Facebook if you can. And you can follow me online at Cory Costa Comedy.
Yeah.
Costa.
You follow me at John Imperatore.
Yeah, I don't know that. Yeah, please. Yeah, it's great. It's great that you guys. I love this podcast.
Yeah, we love the Roy Brothers
We're
pod.
so.
We're
Fans
fans.
honored you guys.
I love it so much.
Oh my god, you have no idea.
I've been
how
looking
fucking
forward to this for. I'm not even. When did we book it? Like 2 months.
Yeah.
I'm not even kidding.
Yeah,
I've been
yeah,
so
yeah.
jacked about this.
And you guys are the first guests to be on with our new banner.
Yes.
Oh man,
Yes.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
That came out beautiful. I'm very
Oh
happy.
my god. Wait. Holy shit.
Now you guys are killing it.
They're
The band-
brothers. Did you know that?
The Roy Brothers, dude.
We don't look alike, but
Our cousin Lucas Estrella made this for
our
us.
cousin.
Shout out Lucas Estrella. That's
Yes.
who. That's
Oh,
if you
yeah,
ask like
that
who I
shows-
want to shout out, that's it. Lucas Estrella.
Dude, he's
Um,
killing it.
Love
This
Lucas.
is what I used to do.
I love Lenny.
Yeah.
Shout out Lenny Estrella.
We're over an hour
Yeah.
in. What I always did on my old podcast, I haven't done a podcast in a while, but I would always say, if you saw this far, just comment poopy diapers or something.
Yep.
Just
Or Jack
Yeah.
Titty. Or Jack
comment.
If you got this far, Jack Titty.
Comment Jack Titty. That's it. Just put Jack Titty.
Share the video, like the video,
Yeah.
and do a spot on the Roy Brothers podcast. You guys have no idea what's in front of us right now. It's
And when these
unbelievable.
guys start a
crazy.
show,
Crazy.
please pull up because you got to. Also, our next show is August 4th at Judge Roy Bean Saloon in Bristol, Rhode Island. On the Sauce Con. We'll have it. Yeah.
Yeah, every first
I'll be
Monday of the month at Judge Roy Bean, every Friday
Yep.
at the Kinsmen, and we'll see you guys soon.
Yeah, yeah.
At both.
definitely.
I would say at both.
Yeah, we're gonna definitely.
We'll see you at the open mic. We'll see you at the Bean.
Yeah.
The Judge Roy Bean.
Yes,
We're gonna
the
be
Judge
flicking the
Roy.
bean soon.
I thought-
You guys are going to be flicking the Roy. You guys are all excited about the last name.
Right. We're gonna go down to the.
God,
Bean
I'm gonna
Saloon.
massage that.
Most
Roy.
people flick the bean here. I'm flicking the Roy.
Yeah, the Roy's are here to massage that bean. So,
Yeah,
no,
that's
but
the only
we'll
difference.
we'll put your guys' information. Like Rob does the highlighted text too. So, but my big
Oh, look
thing
at that.
is,
That's sick.
if you guys like the,
Look
you
at
know,
that.
Finally
can't
have
see it.
eligibility.
Would you look at? Is it gonna be right here? Can I point at random shit? It's gonna be right
point
here.
Down there in the description, all the links.
okay,
It's all the
be-
timestamps. But if you want,
He's gonna edit in
Ready?
my Pornhub link right here.
give me like a Vanna White thing for
No.
your on the sauce link.
on the sauce. On the sauce is gonna be right here. Look at
Put
that.
the snail in your
Wow.
hand, too.
Wait, can
Yeah.
you like? Yeah, can you? If I go like, I'm gonna show my tits. He's gonna put the snail right in my cleavage.
That's what
Right
we call
here.
him. Jack Titty.
You can
Rob, you
follow.
got some
You can
work to do,
follow on
buddy.
the Cory Costa Instagram right here.
It's there. You can't.
This guy
click
just
the
got the
video.
Roy Brothers
Click the link
demonetized
somewhere.
with his nipples,
I'm gonna
dude.
laugh if Rob just like tries to put that in there and just can't edit it in, so he just got his fucking nipples out. On
Nope,
my
it's
fucking-
fine. It'll be there.
just mute
It's
his
gonna
voice,
be the
too.
thumbnail is my tits.
Yeah.
I'll one up it. The first guy, if you came this far, to put Jack Titty in the comments, I'll give you $5 Dunkin' Donuts CAD.
By the way, I get to see those
Dunkin' Donuts
titties
CAD.
every night, baby.
Next time I see you at the Kinsman, $5 Dunkin'
First
Donuts
person
CAD.
to yes, and we got 69 subscribers. So the next person,
Bean?
that-
We had 69 finally.
Yeah,
I thought it
we
was
had
69.
69. So
69.
That's
I've been
not-
listening for a while, but I subscribed today. Was I 69?
Yeah, you were.
I was 69. I was 69, baby.
Cory, 69.
Oh, yeah.
High five you. You missed it.
You guys can high five me, but you have to blow me later too, because it's 69.
God damn it.
That's the after show.
You know what?
If you want to see that, we got a Pornhub. I was just kidding.
Subscribe to the Patreon.
Yeah.
Since we're this late in the podcast, if it's in it, there's a promo code. Not many people know about it. It's Harrington.wave.
Yeah.
That kid that played,
Yeah,
that
he
plays guitar.
at the
He
Kinsman.
crushes it.
Shout out.
That's who
That's
we'll
a
shout out.
Love that kid.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude.
Hey,
But
if you're watching this,
Harrington.wave.
you're awesome, and you're.
But you get $5 off.
Connor, we love you, baby. We're
Connor,
gonna
you're
do
best.
Connor Harrington bobbleheads at the next Judge Roy Bean show for the first 20 people that show up.
Okay.
Yeah, for 100%.
I'm like amped. I'm getting one of those.
Yeah, you guys have to come early.
You're gonna
so.
show up. You're like, "Where are the bobbleheads?" And
Be like,
Corey's
dude,
gonna
they're all
what
gone.
the fuck you
I'll be there at
talking
5
about?
o'clock.
They're all gone.
I'll be right in line.
I have them all.
That's
Oh man,
awesome.
this was great.
I'm fucking.
Thank you
I had a
guys so
great
much.
time.
Yeah, we love
thank
the
you
Roy
guys for
brothers.
coming
This is
on.
great.
You guys came out, supported
God,
us.
I'm so
I
wet.
appreciate it. Yes, it's very warm in here.
We're wet
Sorry.
I'm so
for another
wet.
reason, but we also, next time we come on, we want you guys to be wearing the cabs. That's
we
all
hope
our
to have you
only
guys
ask.
back. It's
Really?
so much fun having you guys here.
Honestly, yeah.
Do it
Thank
a
you.
It's a
year
good
from
dynamic.
now, and it's just gonna be like Cory, and he's gonna be like, "John's in rehab."
Yeah.
I'll bring one of my kids.
Yeah, he's at the hospital I work at.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't work it. I just
I'm gonna
frequent.
be-
I'm just a patient.
I'm gonna be one of the kids that you take care of at the guy at BCC.
Jesus, well,
Oh man,
you guys
cut
were
that
a
out.
fucking blast. I appreciate you guys coming. I had a lot of fun. I say we hit up Pub on Park right after this.
Let's go to
so
Pub on
down.
Park, baby.
I'm
Shout
so
out John
down.
Parada.
Tony.
Pub on Park is the first open mic I ever hit.
Yeah,
Crazy.
mine
It's the
was-
first open mic I was
I
able
love
to.
that.
Mine was
Well,
touch line.
It's the
I
next
have
mic I'm gonna
I have
hit.
a pair of mandals I'm gonna wear just the show, just for this. Just for this.
Oh, I'm gonna
mic.
take my pants off and wear
Comedy
shorts.
competition?
No,
On-
tonight.
Tonight?
Yeah,
All right. Well, let's
we'll
get
see.
out. Let's
We're
go
gonna
do
try
that.
it.
Let's get out. Let's go get that
All
going.
right.
Peace
Thank
out,
you,
you
Roy
sexy
brothers. We love you.
fuckers.
Bye,
Subscribe.
guys. Thank you very much.
Like,
Like, comment,
share.
subscribe.
I'm trans.
Phobic.
I'm just gay.
Just kidding. He's not.